You're listening to Pop Leisure, and I'm your host, Matt Katien. We're here to get you ready for your weekend. There's all kinds of good stuff to be excited about this weekend. I'm talking about July 17th and 18th. Loads of exciting things. First of all, coming out hot, Friday, July 17th, DJ Gabagool's Patriotic Karaoke is kicking off the weekend at Water Tower Live. Starting at 6 p.m., you can karaoke with the man DJ Gabagool himself. And there's a Sly Fox happy hour from 7 to 9. It's a terrific event. Lots of fun. It starts a little earlier and ends pretty late so that you can spend all the time that you need working up the nerve to sign up for the karaoke. Honestly, he gets some very talented people out, so it's a great show, and it's all levels. Totally, he invited me myself. I'm such a beginner, and he said you would have a blast. He keeps the energy really high, really keeps it feeling like a party the whole way through, and it's so cool to get to sing on the Water Tower Live stage. I mean, that stage has been graced by national acts like Sponge and Galactic Empire, and we're talking big names, and it has been really a thrill for so many to get to check that out karaoke style. We did one of these in April, I think, and it was just phenomenal. So this Friday, July 17th, DJ Gabagool hosts Patriotic Karaoke at Water Tower Live, kicking that off at 6 p.m. Sly Fox happy hour from 7 to 9. And then the very next day, Saturday, July 18th, we have a showcase of local talent featuring Bonsai Children, Chable, Pen Name, and Super Sabbath. Super Sabbath is the headliner. All of these bands have in common that some of their members have studied at the School of Rock Main Line. So welcome to School of Rock Main Line showcase of talent. It's I don't know if it's really sponsored by them as much as these bands just all have this in common. So checking out some music there. That is a ticketed show, $10 tickets. You can get tickets now at arnoldsffc.com or watertowerlive.com. The great thing about that karaoke event I was telling you about, there is no cover, by the way. So Friday, no cover. On Saturday evening, though, there is a $10 cover for the live music. It's going to be off the hook. Looking for some fun. Also, if you're looking for something to do in the daytime, July 17th and 19th, there is Rico Rico Fiesta. This is a Latin food festival on the fairgrounds here, where the same place that Cirque du Soleil is held. Let's see, step into a 3-day celebration of Latin culture, cuisine, music, and community. Rico Rico Fiesta brings together bold flavors from across Latin America, high-energy performances, immersive experiences, and family-friendly fun, all under one roof just outside Philadelphia. It's actually, I don't know, is it under a roof? There's like 80-plus food vendors. There's going to be a samba parade, unpacked weekend with family and friends. You can park down there by the FedEx hub in that area and enjoy some sunshine and some performances. There's going to be even a hot pepper eating challenge. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Hot pepper eating challenge, Bad Bunny costume contest, Fetch the Fun Dog Show presented by Bonafide Talent Group. I don't know what that means. Kids Activity Zone, Petting Zoo, Car Expo. Wow, this thing is going on. All right, the dates and times. That's July 17th from 5 to 10, 18th, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., the 19th, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. That Friday the 17th, it's from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. So maybe you can check that out. And then come on over and sing some karaoke with DJ Gabagool at Water Tower Live. It's walking distance from one to the other. So that would be a packed weekend full of fun and excitement. There's even more at the Expo Center. This is back-to-back fun food. On July 18th is the Wicked Gluten-Free Expo. And I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but I myself am gluten-free and really excited about this. So they have lots of vegan and allergy-free options, free samples and products, kids play area, free parking, 100-plus exhibitors at the Wicked Gluten-Free Expo. That is July 18th from 10 a.m. to 4:30. That sounds like a blast. I got to get me to that one because I'm always looking for, if you have any gluten-free recommendations for me, please, by all means. I'll be honest, I tend to just eat foods that don't have gluten in them. Like I just focus on meat and vegetables, and I just don't bake anything, and I don't even try. I don't even try to bake things. A lot of times it just doesn't turn out quite the same. You can, so every now and then you get a surprise success gluten-free baked good, but I don't know. For the most part, I find it's a struggle for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm not a very good baker, but that's what the Wicked Gluten-Free Expo is for. Maybe I can find somebody that's much better at that than I am, and that would sure be a good thing. All right, guys. All right, that's what's on my calendar this weekend. Maybe you have some cool stuff coming up too. Let us know at popleisureshow@gmail.com what's coming up in your neck of the woods. I'd love to tell everybody about it on the show. And hang in there. The big headline this weekend from Oak Center Cinema is Christopher Nolan's The Oddyssey, and I have coming up for you an interview with Matt Katien, the general manager there, and we'll chat all about that film and why it's an exciting one. All right, guys, we'll see you there. You're listening to Pop Leisure, and I'm your host, Lane Katien. Pop Leisure gives you the lowdown on local happenings, movies, music, art, and entertainment. Let us know what's happening in your neck of the woods at Pop Leisure Show on Instagram or email popleisureshow@gmail.com. Join us on FM 98.5 The Phoenix, Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Fridays at 9 p.m. Thanks so much for listening. I'm joined here today by Matt Katien. He's the GM at Oak Center Cinema for ages, and longtime movie fanatic. Is that the right word, Matt?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Longtime movie fan, and connoisseur, if you will. Yeah.
I don't know about connoisseur.
I think so, Matt. So, Matt, what year did you start on as the GM in that building?
I was born in that building.
That is the myth. It's the myth that Matt was born in the building and has never left, and we found him in a closet there and decided to keep him.
It was actually 99.
In 99?
Yes, I was 16.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, at 16 years old.
Yeah.
You were hired on by Regal at the time.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Building wasn't even open yet.
Wow.
Yeah,
so under construction, and they were, put out a call for hires.
Yep. I had my interview in a little trailer right across the street by it's now the gym, the
Oh, right.
CrossFit gym. It
that
used
CrossFit
to be like
gym.
Gold's Gym or something back in the day.
Yeah,
There's a little trailer there where I had my interview.
This is a great story. What was that interview like in the little trailer?
It was, I was 16, so it was like...
Sure.
It was probably my second job, so I was a little nervous for the interview.
Right, and you don't have like a ton of work history at that point in time. It's just like,
nothing.
Can you
But I don't think they
show
cared
up?
at all. Yeah,
Right,
they just needed a lot of people. They didn't care.
And did they have to hire a lot of people straight off?
We had a ton of people there.
Really?
Yes, tons.
Well, I guess it is a really big building. Like initially, before we started renovating and putting in recliners, I think the total seat count for the building was like 5,000 or something.
Around there, yeah.
I don't know what it is today. Do you know what it is today?
Half that with what we use now, yeah.
Well, what the recliner replaces about like it's about half as many seats that you get in there. Yeah. So for the newer theaters, a lot of them are still standard seating, so it's still way up there, still probably like 4,500 seats.
Yeah, close. Yeah,
it's a lot of seats. So I can imagine that takes a lot of people being in a lot of places, right? Just to monitor.
There was over hundreds of employees.
Hundreds?
Yeah.
Wow.
We used to have 2 people take tickets on each side. So 4 people just taking tickets.
That's such an interesting point. That piece of the business has gotten so digital that there's less of that kind of, like the ticket taking is less of a position. We do have somebody
We do occasionally. It's not all the time while we're open. We do a lot of that at the concession stand.
But it was such a paper transaction, right? That you bought the ticket and then somebody has to go and tear the ticket, be like, well, you used this. It's torn, so now it's used.
And we had the box office back then, which a lot of theaters don't use the box office at all anymore, which we don't use it anymore.
And
most theaters don't.
And we are open for the listeners. We are open to suggestions. We've been trying to brainstorm what to do with the box office space because it's strange. The way that you enter into the building, you're seeing the box office, but that's not where you go to buy tickets. You go to the concession counter to buy tickets. So we've been talking about like curtains, or somebody had a great idea. We should put a band organ from the American Treasure Tour Museum in there.
That'd be cool.
That would be so cool. I think that logistically that's a little sticky. So I don't know if that's going to. So any great ideas are welcome. Email us at popleisureshow.com. popleisureshow@gmail.com. Email us. I'm curious what you guys think about this. What does Matt think? What do you think we should do with the box office space?
Yeah, I mean, in a perfect world, I'd love to reopen it.
Really? Oh, so you liked having that as the place where you buy the tickets?
Yeah, it's logistically it just doesn't work with today's day.
Right. Well, because so much of the transaction happens online for people that it just makes sense to man the concessions counter for both. But I can, it's kind of nostalgic, like the ambiance of entering into that vestibule and getting your ticket right there.
Yeah. I think some TVs maybe would be nice eventually.
That would be a good idea.
Curtains, there's a whole bunch of things we can do with it. They made it such a focal point. Like it is like this big room that you walk into.
Right. Yeah. In your entry, it's like, you're right. It's very much a focal point.
Yeah. And then we have that big overhang. So you're coming in and there's like, the outside overhang, the carport.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like this whole big.
A grand entrance moment, right? Yes. Anybody that's trying to schedule like a red carpet premiere gala, we've done several of them, and it feels really grandiose. It's very Hollywood feeling, the way that carport is built out with the neons.
Yeah, I know no other theater around here has a big carport like that at all.
Even like on a date, it feels extra fancy. Like when somebody like since I'm a lady, somebody pulls up underneath there and drops me off in the rain, so I don't have to get my hair wet. That's nice. I really like that about the design of the building. It is a beautiful building.
It is, yeah.
So we have Regal to thank for that, for the beautiful design of the building. Very, very nice building, and it changed hands in what year was it? 21, 22?
22.
In 22 is when it changed hands. And I can't imagine what that experience was like for you, Matt.
It was crazy because we just had 2020 where we closed 3 different times for COVID. We closed, reopened, closed, reopened, closed, reopened.
Wow.
And then it seemed like we were getting on steady ground. And then Regal went bankrupt.
Oof.
And I had probably 50 people on staff, and the newspapers were saying, "Oh, Regal Oaks is closing," and I'd talk to my boss and be like, "No, you're not."
Oh my goodness! So you were actually getting?
I got information before he did because when you go through bankruptcy, everything had to be public.
Yes.
So I would look through their court documents and be like, "We're shutting this theater down," and he'd be like, "No, they're not."
That blows my mind that they. When you tell me that, it sounds to me like they didn't want to tell you. Like, but you're saying he didn't even know. It was just you had to do the research yourself to really know what was going on.
I think there were so many moving parts that lawyers and other people were making the decisions that operations didn't even know about.
What a stressful time.
Yeah.
Really stressful, and not being certain about the future and what that holds. And wow. And now fast forward 4 years later.
We're in a much better place.
It's got to be a lot different. Just the whole vibe.
It's so much different. Yeah.
So much different. Yeah.
Better. So much better.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. I wasn't part of the Regal team before, so I don't know what that was like.
We don't have the corporate restraints as an independent theater.
So there's a lot more input from you even about what programming we're doing.
And there's so much more fun things we can do that corporate would never. You pitch something, they say, no, absolutely not.
Sure.
Because they like to do everything standard. If you do it at one theater, they want to do it at all 500.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Right. So even if it would work really well for your community, if it's not something that they can roll out nationwide or worldwide, it's not useful to them.
So like one time Regal, in their infinite wisdom, got rid of pretzel bites.
What? That is like the number one concession.
because they weren't selling well in like the Midwest, so they were like, "Oh, we'll get rid of it from everywhere." And they didn't get rid of it. They changed it to like this weird, like almost muffin-looking pretzel, and everybody on the East Coast just was like,
not having it. Yeah, not having it.
So then they brought them back, but they brought them back company-wide again.
I see.
And one time they also tried to change us from Twizzlers to Red Vines, which Red Vines is popular in like California out west and stuff, but not around here.
We are Twizzler fans.
Yeah, we're Twizzler.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You would think that would be something that they could change per region, right? Like, because we do pretzels and Twizzlers around here like all day long. Like with
Oak Center Cinema, we can tailor it to even more, just our local area, just this area. It doesn't have to be, East Coast. Just we can do whatever the people around here like, which is great.
It is really cool. It's really cool to be. I really enjoy being part of a team where you can even just have an idea. And not 100% of the ideas fly, but when you get one that does, you have this idea, and then it really happens.
Yeah.
And, I take that for granted. A lot of people are working in some giant conglomerate space where you could have a great idea. It's not really rated on its merit as an idea. It has to go through so many channels that, if it ever comes out on the other end, it would be a shock to everybody, right?
Sometimes, in the corporate world, you tell your boss, a great idea. They might think it's a good idea. They just don't want to go through all the channels, like you said, so they don't even mention it.
Right, or even if they do, it's just so hard to get it through like all of the stages and up the ladder and through the different loops and the bureaucracy and the forms and the insurance guy and just all of it. So it's really an exciting space to be able to, think, what does our community really want? What do they want in their experience? What do they want to see? And to be able to provide that it's really exciting.
It is.
In particular, there's been a couple of movies recently that were, I don't know if they were surprise hits as much as it's just, I'm surprised how long they've held on. They're in a genre that I don't watch a lot of. It's horror films. I'm not, I'm a little sensitive, right? I have nightmares. So I shy away from horror films. But I'm talking about 2 back-to-back horror films called Obsession and Backrooms that have been out now for a month, I want to say. Probably a month or more, maybe 6 weeks even. Obsession was the first one out. And it felt like everybody that went to see Obsession went home and told all their friends, I just saw the greatest movie and you've got to go see it. Because week over week, we were seeing... not necessarily more, but it did it really? Yeah. Week 1 to 2, it was actually busier for Obsession. And it just continues to have an impressive crowd out to see it. And you told me that you recently watched it yourself.
Yes.
Tell me your thoughts about this one.
It's one of the best horror movies I've seen in a long time. I would say this decade, probably.
Wow, that's saying something.
And I was shocked. I wasn't, I heard the reviews. The reviews were good. But I'm a little picky.
Well, as a connoisseur.
I also didn't really fully understand that it was horror. I thought it was just some guy obsessed with a girl.
Well, and maybe it's not really strongly horror film. Like, you tell me, do you think I could handle it maybe? Because it's not. Oh, no. It turns out it really is a horror film.
It is a horror. Yeah, it definitely is.
So if I get nightmares, this one's going to give me nightmares.
Yes,
okay, all right.
Think so.
But going into it, you're saying you weren't fully aware that it was horror.
Yeah, I thought it was just about a guy. I thought it was more of a thriller drama, just a guy obsessed with a girl. He kept getting weirder and weirder.
Right.
But it's not that way.
Isn't it the reverse of that? It is the reverse, I heard that it's okay that this is what I do know about it. I know that there's a guy who is interested in a young lady and he makes a wish that she would be obsessed with him, and the wish comes true, and it's one of these careful what you wish for situations where she's obsessed with him. And that's all I know.
But she's obsessed with him, but it's also like it's not really her anymore. It's more of like a demonic Yeah.
Oh, because of the wishing, there's some kind of
Yes.
magical element that takes her over.
Correct.
I
and
see.
she gets very obsessed.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's crazy.
Excellent. Is it the acting that really makes it step out and
Yeah,
above?
the actress was amazing. She played her part really well.
Excellent.
So the story definitely, and just it's different,
It is unique.
and I really think the actress really like brought
Really
a lot
brings it
to
home.
Yeah.
Well, that was only one of two. There's this pair of them, and I don't think they're related in any way other than being in the same genre.
Yeah.
But the other one that has been popular in a similar fashion is Backrooms.
Right.
Backrooms came out not to a ton of fanfare. It had a strong first week, but it was not huge. But it was another one of these where everybody that went to see it went and told all their friends, "You got to see this movie," and it kept up a really strong crowd week after week.
Yeah, I didn't know much about Backrooms until the movie came out, but it's a thing online, Backrooms. It's about liminal space.
Okay, you were the third person that told
Yeah.
me it's about liminal space. To which I said, "Excuse me, what?" Can you help me with? All right, what is liminal space, and how does that relate to the internet?
It's just like so creepypasta is a thing on the internet, which is I think I'm just kind of learning about it, so I think it's just people come up with like urban legends. And
Okay,
they kind of evolve from there. And I think that's what Backrooms started pretty much as like an urban legend type thing. So there's many different iterations of Backrooms. There's video games, there's stories, there's all types of things, found footage, like 5-minute clips. And
so wait, a back room is referring
to a space basically like that doesn't make sense. Kind of like, do you ever that painting where the stairs or the picture where the stairs go in different places and
Yes, I think that's a dolly.
yeah, I think it is. Yeah. So, basically long hallways with like a door that opens to nothing or
Okay.
maze-like.
And we're talking about concrete physical spaces that don't make sense, but also kind of maybe a rabbit hole online where you go like looking for something,
Yeah.
and that also doesn't make sense.
Right. So it'd be like if you're walking down a Walmart hallway, and you got the grocery store type thing, and then all of a sudden you turn a corner and there's a pool.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's a really long pool in an office building.
I think I can relate
Just
to
things
this.
don't make
The other
sense.
day, I was at the Sanatoga outlets, and I was in the food court looking for the ladies' room. And I come out of the ladies' room, and I'm like, well, I didn't really want to go to the food court. I'm only here because I wanted the ladies' room. And I come out, I'm like, I bet this door would take me back to the shops, even though it was kind of an unmarked door. So I go through it, and I was in the creepiest hallway of all time. It was like all the walls were gray. It was very dark, but like dimly lit with like the flickering, sad like utility lights. And
Might have been in a back room.
I was. I think it's starting to come together for me
Yes.
now. That's what back rooms are, and it's some loose connection with internet spaces that are also sort of places you find yourself in, and they're weird and creepy, and you don't know why you're there.
Yeah.
Right. Or you stumbled in there, and you're like, I wish I wasn't. And so, all right, now I understand more what the title means. But like, what is this movie?
So this guy, he's got a furniture store, and he's going through a divorce, so he sleeps there. And the one night, the power goes out, but he sees light coming, just like a line of light coming through a wall,
Okay.
which there shouldn't be anything on the other side of the wall. So he puts his hand on the wall, and his hand goes through it, and then he walks through it, and it's just this big empty space with some chairs and just weird things, and
Okay.
he keeps walking through and keeps seeing weirder and weirder things, and then there's also like monster type things in there.
I was gonna say I'm not scared yet.
Yeah, no, there's monsters, and there's just like the creepy rooms, and the vibes really
So
accentuate everything.
there's
Yeah.
like monsters living behind the wall.
Yeah, it's like, I think in the movie there's only really like 2 monsters kind
Okay.
of things. It's more of just the creepiness of the rooms.
Oh, okay, all right. So
Yeah.
like that anticipatory
sounds,
feeling
yeah.
of like, oh,
like this
This is not
room
good.
doesn't make sense, and then you hear a banging, but it's like there should be nobody here. Like, where
I
are
see.
you?
So it's that kind of mystery, edge of
Yeah.
your seat sort of vibe. And I imagine a few resulting jump scares, a
Yeah,
few moments
some.
of.
Yeah. You might be able to handle that one.
Really,
Maybe,
that one's
yeah.
a little less extra scary.
yeah.
Okay, all right. I am interested. I'm interested in the storyline. I'm interested, but particularly if things get a little gory is when I like can't handle. You know,
Yeah,
that's
I
when
don't
I'm like.
think
Ugh.
there's a severed head, but just one.
Just
Just
one.
one.
Just one severed head, you guys. It's just one. It's fine. Well, you know what? I think those two are, if there was a horror movie you were going to try and see, even if it was not your flavor, those are the ones that we've been just so amazed by the popularity of. So those are definitely ones to check out. And then the other movie that you told me you saw really recently was a more family-friendly one. It was Project Hail Mary,
Yes.
which I loved so much.
Me too.
Did
Yeah.
you love it as much as I
5
did?
out of 5, yeah.
Amazing. Oh, I'm happy to hear that, Matt. I was afraid you were going to rag on it. And I would be like, no, but Ryan Gosling did such a good job. He carried that film. And what a tough film to carry because he was on his own there for, I mean, a large portion of that movie.
Yeah.
It is Ryan Gosling and just him with, there's the alien guy. Rocky,
Yeah.
Rocky the alien guy, but there's not much to work with there if you're an actor, right?
Yeah.
As an actor, he's looking at like green screen, I guess. I don't know if they had like a little Muppet Rocky or if it was.
Oh yeah, might just had some guy stand there probably.
Right, because you almost need somebody to act too, right?
Yeah.
You need that other being that's participating, and he's talking to a CGI little being,
Yeah.
right? So you do wonder what is it like one of those moments where he's like talking to a volleyball or we don't know, but he really nails it. He does a great job, and there's one scene that is my favorite scene of that film. Is before they leave, they're doing karaoke. Before that, the first launch that goes awry,
Yeah.
they're doing karaoke, kind of because they're leaving the Earth probably to never come back, and so they're kind of having this like big blowout party. The astronauts amongst themselves, and the captain, the lady that seems in charge. Maybe she's not the captain. She's the person that's staying on Earth. It's like the organizer of the whole thing. She seems like the boss lady. She sings a karaoke song, and it is so beautiful. And it's a song that I know. Oh, I can't tell you what it's called. I want to look it up right now. I feel like I should look it up to tell you guys what the song is because it's a different take on it. It's so beautiful. I'm going to ask the Google
I
what
don't
song.
remember. I know the scene. I just can't remember the song.
That was one of my favorite scenes. What was your favorite part of that movie?
Just Rocky, I think. The bromance between the two of those guys.
Really?
Yeah. And I mean, I do love Ryan Gosling. I mean, The Notebook. Come on.
He is. I was going to say, I think he is the star of your favorite movie.
Yeah.
Am I right?
One of my favorite movies.
Is The Notebook.
Yeah. Yep.
I support that wholeheartedly. I haven't seen it in a long time, but that's a really good movie. And ages ago, Ryan Gosling's been succeeding for a long time when I step back and think about it. It's called Sign of the Times. The character Eva Stratt, played by Sandra Hüller, performs a karaoke version of Harry Styles' song Sign of the Times. And for some reason, it's just like eerie and it sticks with me. The lyrics to the song make a lot of sense with this like practically suicide mission that they're going on. That it's that movie comes together really beautifully. It's not any longer in theaters, is it?
No, it's not.
No, that one's out at this point in time, out of theaters, and I don't think that it's available streaming anywhere yet.
It is,
yeah.
It's on streaming. Yep.
Oh, okay. So you can stream it. Check it out. Project Hail Mary, starring Ryan Gosling. Some of the finest, I would say, to come out in the last. That's the best movie I've seen in several years. So, but it's sadly no longer playing. We'll have to bring it back around one of these days.
Yeah.
But speaking of really epic movies, there's an exciting one coming up this weekend. Drops Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Yes.
Do you have predictions for this one, Matt?
I mean, it's Christopher Nolan. I love his movies. A lot of his movies are like my favorite movies.
Really?
Yeah, Inception.
He did Inception?
Yeah.
Oh, that is a good
The
one.
Prestige, Memento. He did the Dark Knight trilogy.
Did he really?
Yeah.
So I'm unfamiliar clearly by all of my surprise sounds, right? I did not realize that he was the guy behind, he's the director of all those films?
Yeah, and writer of a decent amount of those.
Did he write well, no, that was a dumb question. Well, but obviously he didn't write the story of the Odyssey, but did he write the screenplay?
I don't know.
We don't know. Okay, I'm excited. I'm going to look this up too. I'm looking up a lot today.
Even if he didn't write it, he probably had a lot of say in it.
I feel like everywhere I see it, it's called Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. It's not just called The Odyssey. It is Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. So perhaps he did write the screenplay for it. But mostly, I think the fact that it stars Matt Damon is one of the reasons that I'm like, I have to see. And Tom Holland, too.
It stars everybody.
Right? And Zendaya. There's a lot.
Everybody's in this.
It is a really... And so tell us a little bit. What do you know about it so far?
Honestly, not much. All I need to know is it's a Christopher Nolan movie.
And that just puts it at the top of the list.
Yeah. I mean, I know about the Odyssey, but yeah, I know there's a lot of, stars in it, and it's Christopher Nolan, and it's 3 hours-ish long.
Oh, that's a long one. It's a good thing we got those recliners.
Yes, and it's going to be in both of our recliners.
Good.
And D-Box as well.
Oh, D-Box motion seating. This is a primo movie for D-Box motion seating because of all of the sea scenes, and you're moving around a lot, lots of action.
And we'll have it in those theaters exclusively for 2 weeks. So
Whoa.
they will be in the big houses, the big nice new houses for 2 weeks.
With the epic huge screens oh wow. All right. I've got to get out there immediately to see this one. It's definitely one that I've been anticipating for a long time. I'm excited about the story. I did hear that Christopher Nolan had a repertoire of amazing films behind him. What is it about his other films that thrills you?
I mean, Inception and The Prestige, they really get in your mind. I like those kinds of movies. Those movies specifically, really make you have to think. Not so much The Dark Knight. Those are just great movies.
Sure.
He's just a good director. But those movies, I believe he wrote. I know Memento he wrote. Inception, I think he wrote as well, and The Prestige. So.
I haven't seen The Prestige. Movies. I need to go watch that one because Inception, like you said, that's the kind of film that you're walking around for 3 weeks later thinking
I'm still thinking about.
Yeah, it just changes your perception of reality in a way that makes you chew on it for a long time.
And you can rewatch it. You can rewatch it 10 times and still find something that. You never thought about. You're like, oh,
so
I didn't notice that before.
Absolutely. I watched it recently
and
saw things that I thought, I didn't, I hadn't thought about it that way until just now. Yeah. Inception very much is one of those. And The Prestige.
Yes.
I'm putting that on my watch list. I haven't seen that one.
It's Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale.
Oh,
and
good.
They're like competing magicians.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, in old times, too, so.
Like what old times? Like 1920s, 1900s?
1800s?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe late 1800s.
I love the costuming for that kind of period piece. That sounds like fun.
It's a great movie.
And it's the same kind of mind-bendy, makes you think for weeks.
There's some pretty good twists at the end.
Ooh.
Actually, throughout the whole movie, but.
The Prestige. Yes. All right, that's going on my watch list. But at the very top of my watch list is definitely going to be The Odyssey. I feel like with The Odyssey, because it's a, I don't know if it's it is mythology, isn't it? It's a story that we know, which kind of means that it can't have a huge plot twist at the end. Because we know the story, right? Do you know what I mean, though? Like, this is a classic literature piece of history, right? Well, it's not historic, but it's a classic piece of literature that is well known. So they can't make some major twist ending, or maybe they have and we'll all be shocked.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? Maybe I wonder, I guess the question is, I wonder how much creative license they took with the story itself.
Yeah.
Like, how much does it seem very much like the Odyssey story that we know, and how much is it going to be just off the rails? And if we
Right.
know Christopher Nolan, the answer is off the rails, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're anticipating, is pretty much off the rails. So I'm looking forward to seeing that one in D-Box motion seating. And I'm thinking maybe it's date night, and I can leave the kids in the Popcorn Playhouse.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about the Popcorn Playhouse childcare at Oak Center Cinema. It's such a great feature, and nobody else has it, right? You can do date night worry-free. Bring the kids. There's a bounce house and air hockey and kids content on the screen. So that's available for Friday and Saturday nights after 4 p.m.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
That program just getting started, and we're really excited about it because it's one of these things that we looked around. We said, what does the community want? What do they need? And here it is.
Yeah. We got
Childcare,
it.
childcare at the movies. Are there any other very most favorite films, Matt, that you want me to put on my watch list? How about this? Give me your top 3.
Top 3.
I know I'm putting you on the spot, right? Like there was no homework assignment.
Well,
But I feel like you have such a repertoire of films that you've seen, and I want to put a few really good ones on my watch list. Right now I've got The Prestige.
Donnie Darko is my number 1 favorite movie.
Excellent.
I think. Yeah.
Donnie Darko. I'm writing this down. Donnie Darko. I remember that one. I haven't seen it in like 15 years, but it was a really strong film.
That's another one that just messes with your mind, makes you think about things.
It does.
I don't know if this is one of my top 3 favorite, but I just watched Everything Everywhere All at Once again last night for the 3rd time, and that's such a great movie.
I really am writing these down. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yeah, you gotta watch that.
I've never heard of it. Who, what, when, why, where?
So this lady runs a laundromat, and they live above it with her husband.
Okay.
And then it just gets crazy, with alternate universes. I don't want to give any spoilers, but
I know, right?
it's wild. It's a wild ride.
Okay, so there's alternate universes involved.
that she's able to eventually travel through, and then there's a overarching enemy that's also traveling, trying to destroy universes.
Oh no.
But it's silly.
Good.
But it's also really cool.
That sounds like so much fun.
I think you'll really like it.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. That's on the list with The Prestige and Donnie Darko. Thank you for filling out my watch list. I want to request that we get back to the theater, Waking Life. Do you remember Waking Life?
No.
It was one of the rotoscoped films that came out, I think it was late 90s, early aughts. And it's about lucid dreaming. It's about how to become aware of the fact that you're dreaming and then control the dream. And so
like Inception.
It is. Yeah. It's a little bit like Inception, but it's really it is done in a way that feels really dreamy. The rotoscoping is basically that each film. Each film cell is drawn over. So they filmed it on film, and then they drew over each cell.
That does sound familiar.
So that it looks bizarre. It's but it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Oh,
That's how I put you on the spot.
I'm so bad at remembering things like that. There are some big shot cameos in it, but the main leads are not. I don't think that they're people that we know. All right, here we're gonna see if we can really quickly Google who is in Waking Life. If my internet connection is fast enough, well, here we go. Thank you, IMDb, for showing up for us today. My connection is slightly slow, so we're still loading, but we're gonna find out in a minute. I just love things that really make you think. All right, the director is Richard Linklater.
Okay.
And the cast, producer, these are all producers. Here's the cast. Trevor Jack Brooks. Main character is Wiley Wiggins. Like I said, I don't know who these people are. I don't. There's some people that appear as their self. Like David Sofa and Otto Hoffman appear as self, it says.
Interesting.
But yeah, I don't think that there's... Lewis Black is in it. That's one of the kind of cameos that I was talking about. There's some like bigger names cameos, but generally it was just the kind of movie that makes you think. That's I think you'd like it. Yeah. So now we've got recommendations for each other, and for everybody else, recommendations. It has been a summer of movies. I mean, this one Christopher Nolan coming out this weekend, very exciting, but that isn't the half of it. On the docket still is going to be the Evil Dead Burn.
Yes.
Moana live action just came out a week ago. There's also there's a endless string of kids movies. Toy Story 5, Minions. We've got the kids summer movie series, tons of kids movies. But what about date night movies? What do we got? Date night movies. Evil Dead Burn.
We still have Disclosure Day. We'll probably still have that.
Yeah, Disclosure Day. That I haven't seen yet. I really wanted to.
It's good.
I really wanted to see Disclosure Day. That's a Steven Spielberg original story.
Yeah.
I like that it's a new, fresh story.
Yeah, it feels like Steven Spielberg too. Like it's very Steven Spielberg.
It's got that like grandiose quality. Excellent. Excellent. And Young Washington has been doing really good.
Yeah, very well.
And so appropriate here right after our nation's 250th birthday. That's definitely a good one to check out. And if you are nostalgic for Jackass.
I hear it's really good.
Yeah? Yeah. You know what it is they were really popular when I was a teen, probably early 20s.
Especially this area.
If I may, it's kind of like boy humor, right? Like I was always kind of rolling my eyes at this. Like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
So, I think that there's a lot of people probably really nostalgic for it. It never landed with me. But go for it, guys. Go for it. All right. All this to see and more at Oak Center. Check out oakcenter.net for our website. I have to tell you, our website is recently revamped, and I think it's a lot more user-friendly than Fandango. I know people are really dedicated to Fandango to get their movie tickets from.
I'd agree, yeah.
But if you're a person that really likes our theater, the best thing about it is that you can log in as a member to the theater. It's a free loyalty program, and you can actually go and rate the movies that you've seen, and you can kind of just track your points, and we give you cash back for your points. So every dollar you spend, you get points, and like periodically the cashier will be like, oh, I see you have $5 off because of the points you've spent. Do you want to use that today? And that, when you're purchasing through the oakcenter.net website, you're able to track that if you log in to do it. And so you're getting more and more and more points. When you go through Fandango, you don't have that feature. No. So I'm encouraging everybody to use oakcenter.net for their ticket buying. And
you can order food.
Oh, and you can order food. Yeah. How's that working, Matt? Tell me about that.
Great. We are able to see if you order it, even if you order your tickets a day in advance, we get the notification that you're coming soon and that your food, we need to start making your food. So it might not be ready as soon as you get there, but
it's ready by showtime.
It'll be ready by showtime.
This is fascinating. So the program is that smart that it holds, if I bought the tickets today for Saturday, it holds the order. And then like 30 minutes before showtime, it sends my order to the kitchen. And then my hot food is ready for me.
Ready to go.
Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, this is the way, oakcenter.net. I mean, we're going to revolutionize your movie experience. It is not like it used to be.
And our food's way better.
Our food is really good.
And I'm not just saying it.
No, seriously, I get very excited. For coming to a movie and ordering a grilled chicken sandwich on a gluten-free bun, because there's not a lot of places as a gluten-free lady that I can eat a sandwich. Yeah. A sandwich is like a special treasure for me. and you guys have the best gluten-free rolls of all of the places. I got to tell you, I'm going to be really honest. When there's some places that have the gluten-free, but it's kind of like, we feel bad for you. Here's your sad gluten-free roll. It's a little dry, you know, but whatever it is you guys are doing, the gluten-free roll is like, I actually, the first time they gave me one, I went back and I was like, are you sure? Like, did you give me the wheat roll? Because this is too good to be true. And they were like, nope, for sure. We're really sure it's gluten-free. So for all my friends out there with dietary restrictions, yes, you can. Yes, you can enjoy a sandwich. There is all kinds of different ways to customize the food. That's kind of the great thing about getting it online. You have the time to like think through all those different choices and then just throw the order in, and then you just walk in and there it is for you. Yep. Loving that. Awesome. Well, Matt, it is a joy to talk to you. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Of course.
And come back again soon, will you?
Of course, I will.
All right. Thanks,
Thank
Matt.
you.
See you. Welcome back. You're listening to Pop Leisure, and I'm your host, Matt Katien. As you may know, one of my personal passions is health and wellness. So I want to take the time to bring you occasional short moments on wellness and things to consider for your wellness. Today I'm talking about food and body image. Men and women alike find that the body images we are presented with by celebrities and influencers are impossible to live up to. And frankly, I'm tired of the assumption that the goal for everyone is to lose weight. With drugs like Ozempic on the rise, ads for medically supervised weight loss are rampant. Literally every single day, multiple times a day, I am seeing ads for weight loss. And I'm tired of it. Instead of the constant desire to lose weight, I would like us to start thinking about what it is that we are working to gain. I had to completely change my paradigm to gain health in my life. I went through a period of time where I had an undiagnosed autoimmune disease that was causing full body pain. It's a widespread autoimmune arthritis problem in my joints, and I felt like I was slowly dying. And this was 7 years ago. When I was actually it had been going on for 7 years as of 7 years ago. So 14 years ago, I started to have problems, and it took about 7 years of looking to many different doctors, trying to get a diagnosis and a pill that would solve my problem. That is all that I wanted with all of my heart's desire, was to find the person who could look me in the eye and say, we found the thing that is wrong and we're going to help. And I didn't ever really find that person. I did find one very compassionate doctor who helped to diagnose my autoimmune disease, and it took 7 years to find that doctor who did the work thoroughly and found out what it was that was causing widespread joint pain and making me feel like I was in the body of a 98-year-old person at the age of like 32 to 35. And so I went through a lot of medical struggles, and I really want to help other people who are going through problems with their body. I am not in any way certified to give out medical advice, so certainly don't be expecting that. But as far as your personal journey, I am tired of us talking about weight loss and the assumption that we all want to lose weight, because it's not about that. The answer, the solution that helped me to live a happy and healthy life was looking for what I could gain. And I had to gain strength. I gain nutrition through eating nutrient-dense meals. I gain a vitamin and mineral balance by actually paying attention to what I'm putting into my body. I'm gaining vitality. One of my mantras is, don't ever trash your body for fun. It's not fun. If drinking is even if it seems like fun in the moment, ultimately it's not fun. Don't trash your body for fun. That's like a mantra of mine. I'm gaining flexibility. I'm gaining muscle mass. I'm gaining all of these things. And I think that when someone who has the good intention of, sometimes it's right for a person to try to lose weight, but framing it like that is detrimental because you're just focusing on what you're losing. You're focusing on what you can't have, and you're focusing on losing that weight. And your focus isn't on your wellness. It isn't on your health when your focus is on losing. So here's just a little word about health and wellness. Let's think more about what we can gain from nutrient-dense foods. Specifically, there's several pillars that people can look to try to improve their lifestyle, to their fulfillment of life, and food is only one of them. And it can be a big one, but really, when you think about how hard it is in this day and age to fill a plate with food that's going to meet all of your nutritional needs. I'm talking about protein, I'm talking about fiber, I'm talking about a whole chart of vitamins. We're supplementing with vitamins and minerals. A lot of our foods don't have the vitamins and minerals that they used to have from the soil that they were grown in, because the soil is tired from overuse, and there's a lot of movements out there about sustainable farming, and that's all good and well. But take care of what you can handle personally today, and think about what you're going to gain. Gaining strength, gaining nutrition from your food is so exciting to me. And one of the mind resets that I have done to come to a place where my body functions normally despite major obstacles was to think of the fact that there's only so much room on my plate, right? If you're eating 3 meals a day and you're filling up a plate with food 3 times a day, there's only so much room on your plate. What are you putting on it? And does that actually meet your nutritional needs? And so I started as a base, just filling that plate in the dinner hour, usually with spinach, like filling the plate with whatever leafy greens, and then putting my meal on top of that, right? Like, because if you're not adding in, if you're not getting just tons of veg, then you cannot be getting nutritionally rounded meal. And supplements can take you somewhere. Like you can certainly gain from some supplements, but there's nothing like actually consuming the real food. For instance, for my specific condition, and for a lot of people out there who have inflammation, if you have inflammation in your gut, in your joints, anywhere, if you have inflammation, turmeric is one of the best things that you could take supplementally. But eating it in your food as a spice it's going to help with absorption. It's going to actually get into your cells better if you're taking it in as part of a meal. And so I started, every time I make scrambled eggs, I started sprinkling turmeric in there. And I have this joke with my family that I don't really like the taste of turmeric that much. And maybe one day I'll stop doing this and torturing myself with with turmeric flavored eggs every day. But every day I make my scrambled eggs. They have black pepper and turmeric in them. And I'm just so grateful. I'm just so grateful for how good I feel every day, for the fact that I wake up and I jog and I work and I work out and I run around after my kids, and I'm able to do that. And it's incredible because it's so easy to take for granted all the things that you can do. And when I was fairly young, that was threatened. That was threatened. My mobility was severely threatened because of the degree to which my joints were deteriorating at a very young age. And so I say that, I talk about that journey that I had in many ways because I want people to know that I didn't just wake up super motivated about health and fitness. I was forced into it. Like, it was not optional for me to figure out what was going on with my body and to make dramatic lifestyle changes in order to function well. And I say that because I don't want people to feel bad about not getting there yet. If you aren't there, a lot of people are, and some people are just in the journey. We're all really in the journey to some extent or another, trying to figure out what works for us. And I was thrust into a period of time that I had to spend an enormous amount of my mental energy trying to understand my body and what would work best for me, because I was in such disrepair. I was so sick, and it was dramatic. I was concerned about taking care of my own children. They were young at the time. They were quite young. In fact, a lot of my physical problems started after I had my first baby. And I don't know if that kind of triggered something in my body to cause like a cascade of issues. But ultimately, yeah, it was found that I have an autoimmune arthritis problem, and the inflammation was rampant to the point where it was hard to even walk on some days. And so I had to really undergo a lifestyle change that started with a deep, deep revelation that there is no rescue boat coming. And I know that sounds kind of almost mean. It sounds like harsh. But what I mean by that is I was talking earlier about how I was going from one doctor to another, just praying that I would find the one who had this revelatory answer. Here is what is wrong with you, and here is what we can do about it. And I really genuinely had this moment with God that it was made clear to me, there is no rescue boat coming. You are responsible for yourself. And the only way for you to live your life is to get up and take care of it. You need to make a change. Somebody else doesn't need to make a change. Nobody's going to come to you with the magic pill that makes it better. You need to make a change. And so here I am, 7 years later, having made some major changes in the areas of sleep, in the areas of nutrition, of exercise, of my spiritual well-being, just in a lot of ways. But when it comes to sleep, diet, and exercise, I'm a little fanatical because I am so grateful that this is the thing that saved my life. And I really had to frame it like that to make myself continue to go through with the pain of kind of just getting strong. When you gain muscle, you're tearing your muscles and they're rebuilding larger. That's what is happening. And it's really rather painful. Everybody's done the thing. You've all been to a workout of some kind or a long walk or a run that you woke up the next day and went, ouch, right? And sometimes that hurts for 3 days. And to continuously do that for years, right? To continuously go hit it hard enough to be sore the next day and then wake up the next day and do it again for years is very difficult. But I found for me, if I was not in the pain of getting stronger, I was in the pain of getting sicker. And I was on that road, and I had to either be going in one direction or the other. And it's still true today that I am either going in one direction or the other. I'm either deteriorating or I'm building myself up. Those are my only options. And maybe that's not true for everyone. Maybe those are not the only options. But if you put yourself in the mindset of considering what you have to gain, of getting up and going after it because you have so much to gain, because you have things to live for, because you have projects, because you have people you love, you have people who love you, because you want to live, right? Go after it. So I just want to take a minute to be encouraging for people out there to go after it and to stop thinking about losing weight and start thinking about gaining health, gaining strength, gaining vitality, gaining nutrition, flexibility, muscle mass, just gaining. Just think about what you can gain by making good choices today. All right, guys, that's it for Pop Leisure today. I'm Lane Katien. We'll talk to you next time.